Okay, we're going to talk about dynamic type in Swift UI. This is probably a subject that people rarely talk about, but we need to get on it because you're going to have to know what it is. And I'm going to briefly go through it because there are a lot of small things in Swift UI that you got to know. And so I got to make a lot of videos. Let's go. Okay, what's dynamic type? Dynamic type in Swift UI is a feature that allows you to adjust the size of text in your app based on user's preference or preferred size. This is important because because it makes your app more accessible to users who have visual impairments or who prefer larger text. So in Swift UI, you can use the font modifier to specify the font and size by using .large text and title style. For example, you can set text size in the user's preferred large title or title size respectively. And I'm going to show you how to do this. When the user changes their preferred text size in the device's settings, the text in your app will automatically adjust to match. This makes it easier for users to read, interact with your app, regardless of their individual needs and preferences. In short, dynamic type in Swift UI is a way to make your app more accessible and user-friendly by allowing text size to be adjusted based on user preference. Okay, now what is dynamic type size? Dynamic type size is a feature in iOS that allows users to adjust the size of their text in their device to match their reading preferences. Okay, so this feature is important for accessibility, and it makes it easier for users with visual impairments or who prefer larger text. And of course, blah blah blah. Okay, so we have dynamic type size. And if you want to go and read this, pause the video, read it. I'm about to get into the nitty gritty and show you exactly what I'm talking about using an Xcode project and the simulator. So this is my Swift UI. This is my project right here. This content view. I have an environment variable. So I'm going to go over environment variables. Okay. At environment, basically at environment accesses your environment variables. There's one environment variable, and that's dynamic type size. Okay. And so it accesses the dynamic type size, and right here I'm using a dynamic type .large font dot body. Right now, this isn't fixed, right? It's adjusted in your user preferences and settings. You do it, not as a programmer, but as a user, right? So, and I'm just using this function right here to show that you can access this size, right? Right. So I said if dynamic type size is greater than or equal to large, then you have a texting that says larger. Otherwise, it says smaller. Okay. And so I'm gonna run it right here to show you what's up on the reel. And there we go, smaller, right? Okay, so now here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go right here, go to your home, click on it, maybe even click on it twice. You go straight to home, go to your settings, open it up. Okay, I'm gonna go to accessibility, display, and text size. Okay, then I'm gonna go to larger text. Okay. Now you can click, it doesn't matter if you click this on or off. This is kind of like just turns it off so that you can't go in and modify it. I don't know, actually, tell the truth, because you can modify it regardless. And I'm gonna show you. So I turn this on and I'm going to push this up a little bit, right? Okay. Now remember how we had it said smaller, the text was smaller. So if I go home now, right, go back here and dynamic text, it's larger. See that? Dynamic text size is obviously larger than large. See? If I go back, okay, go back into my settings, and I am back here And let me drop that down. Now let's see if we're larger and large. Okay, come on. Right? Now I'm gonna go home. Right? Go back here. And now I'm smaller. So I've just accessed the dynamic type size in your environment. Okay. And this is for your information because when you develop apps, you're going to deal with accessibility issues, right? And when you interview for positions, people are going to ask you about accessibility issues. Now, you may not be the most knowledgeable about accessibility, and you might have to learn some of this on the job, but you can't get to the interview and say, I don't know anything. You know, that's not um what is expected from a mid to senior level iOS mobile developer, especially in the age of AI. So yeah, on to the next.